We look forward, obviously, to hearing folks' comments over the next couple of months. As I said before, if you've got avenues or forums out there, ongoing meetings where we can be added to the agenda to get the word out, we're particularly interested in reaching folks that are beyond the well-informed. So in particular, Ann and Bobby, love to work with you. And obviously CAL FIRE, because counties are so critical. How do we get out into the counties? How do we get to that next layer of interest groups that are one step removed from the close-knit group that's here? It's so vital to get, because we've heard all day today, it's one thing to have the science, it's one thing to have the plan, but we got to have buy-in. So the more you can do to help us to get that and to hear from folks, the better.
Yeah, excellent. So, and remind us, Patrick, of the timing of when we need feedback or input.
All right, so we've got 60-day, what we're calling a partner review period. Again, we can do it on the web. You can do it through these ongoing meetings. We're also going to have webinars in each of the 4 regions because we know everybody's different. So we're going to hear from each region where they think we can improve the plan. So we'll be doing that as well. And hopefully we'll be finalizing it by fall. There's also likely to be a lot of legislative activity that we'll be watching closely, the 254 report and how that goes. So it's going to be a busy summer to try to make sure that we have all these different efforts aligned. And then we'll be back for our last meeting of this year up in the North Coast. We've missed the North Coast, so we're finally going to get there. Looking forward to that in October.
Yeah, thanks so much. And I want to just acknowledge our legislature. There are a lot of policymakers a few blocks away that are really focused in on these issues, including recommendations coming out of the SB 254 report. So this draft task force plan, we hope, informs those discussions, but it certainly is not meant to preempt or limit discussions of our policymakers. Ultimately, we'll follow their lead if legislation passes. Want to turn to you, Jackie, for any concluding thoughts here.
Well, one, just gratitude for everyone on this task force, that you show up consistently, continually, and you obviously have a lot of passion and you bring a lot to the table. So just want to acknowledge that and show gratitude for all of you sitting out there. You know, it's a Friday afternoon, and when you look out and you see a room full of people, and I don't even know who's maybe online, that really indicates that the level of commitment, care, and deep commitment to the work that we're trying to undertake and work on collectively with you. So gratitude for that. I told Wade a little bit ago that I have a thing in my head, and it's, we use the phrase, it takes a community, it takes a village. And in my head, I'm saying it's going to take every community, it's going to take every village for us to really get this to where we want it to be, we know it needs to be. So I just hope you continue to have that level of interest, commitment, and connection to us. And I do think we're going to get there. Great things have happened. Great progress has been made, but we have a lot of work yet to do. So let's get after it.
I couldn't agree more. And as we shift from the action plan we've used to guide our progress into a new action plan, it is a moment of reflection or opportunity for reflection. And I'll just reflect on the incredible progress that we've made. If you think about the last 3 wildfire seasons, while we had the horrible Los Angeles firestorm, which has driven so much of our thinking and policy on community mitigation, we've had remarkable fire seasons that have been limited in terms of overall catastrophic wildfire spread. And a lot of that is Mother Nature, of course, and it's never going to be mission accomplished. But this work is making a difference. These projects are working. I'm so thankful that CAL FIRE has a subpage on its website that really identifies how these resilience projects that we've got on the ground have actually made a difference at controlling fire. So this work is happening, and it was so gratifying to see photos of broadcast burns in the montane forests of Southern California from last month, I think, and to hear and see these projects. It's incredible, and it's all happening before us. I'll share also that it's been a journey over the last 5 years. We evolved this task force from, as we heard early this morning, the tree mortality task force that then took a couple of different iterations. And this iteration has been really successful, I think, in bringing decision makers, thinkers, leaders, scientists, practitioners together to understand how we move forward. I still remember our first regional meeting in the Sonoma Agricultural Fairgrounds. And it was a bit of an experiment to see if this could actually bring together people in the way that could be outcomes focused, and then really help us drive something that was durable. And I feel really great about our progress. And Patrick, huge thanks to you and the others that wake up in the morning and go to bed thinking about this task force. And that leads me to just once again wanting to bring up Forrest Schaefer to both thank him and embarrass him by bringing him up. Because if you know Forrest, Forrest is incredible and also not somebody who seeks the limelight. So Forrest, you have been, as I said, organized, articulate, diplomatic across our state agencies and across all of the different partners that we work with, outcomes focused. And I honestly speak for everybody when I say we would not be here where we are today without your leadership. So on the occasion of your transition, we wanted to share a token of the task force's appreciation. So I'm going to have Kristen and Sky, part of our team, present this to you. I want to show.
Beautiful. It's all 4 task force regions.
Thank you too, Forrest, on my behalf. Fortunately, Forrest is not going far. He's joining the Watershed Research and Training Center. He'll continue to be a strong partner, but I think the best when he said you've really been the glue from the policy folks to the technical folks, the regional folks. I can't thank you enough for helping keep all of the trains running.
Well, thank you all for your leadership. I was taking like a little snapshot in my head with that moment because that was special. My work is enabled, and the work that I love to do is work with all the amazing talents of the people that I get to work with and help connect those pieces together. And I'm looking forward to doing that with probably all of you as I continue my new work with the Watershed Center. So thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thank you. You'll have a final word about program, right? Oh, yeah, yeah. All right. So as Patrick said, we'll next be together in Fortuna, I believe in October. And there's a lot of work to get done before then. So please provide input on this draft, help us finalize this draft, and we will use the next meeting, that regional meeting, to really lean into how we implement the new action plan. Thank you very much.